Hi there, I'm Stacy, the Encaustic mixed media artist behind Studio Stacy. I work and create out of our home here in Northeast Ohio in a large, messy, light-filled studio. Encaustic literally means to burn in, so I paint with a torch and hot beeswax mixed with a tree sap, and well, pretty much anything else I can get my hands on. When I'm not in the studio, I'm out exploring nature with my husband, Matt. Thanks so very much for being here. Consider subscribing and join this artsy community. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button, which helps me get introduced to more like-minded people like yourself.
Hello. This week I thought I would do a vlog, something that I have not done in a while. So I have some exciting things I think that I'll take you along with on this vlog. But today I really want to start painting. As you can see, still in the Ohio studio. The house is a complete disaster. We have boxes everywhere, and yeah, just half the rooms are torn apart, half of them are kind of put together but still torn apart. So we're kind of living in chaos, and I just really wanted to paint this afternoon. So here you go, a painting video.
I've decided to do a watercolor underpainting with this particular piece of artwork. And so I'm just gathering up my supplies here. I know you guys, if you've been here a while, have seen me do plenty of underpaintings. So I'm going to let you sit back and enjoy the painting process and enjoy some lovely, fun music.
Okay, I'm gonna let that watercolor initial background kind of underpainting dry some. I've got the wax turned on, so if you hear a clicking noise, that's just the griddle heating up. But I thought while that heats up and the underpainting dries, I would fill you on what has been happening with the rest of this week. So I have been busy coordinating different contractors and going over a bunch of stuff with them, hoping to set up several meetings with several different contractors for the property in West Virginia. And I am using, of course, my favorite program, Trello, to keep track of it all. So we're gonna rewind back in time and I'll kind of show you how I'm using that. Good morning. We made it back from Morgantown late last night from the property. And there's a lot of logistics, if you will, to figure out. So of course I am sitting here on the computer, calling around to some people, ironing out a few more details, just kind of slowly figuring a few, like what the next steps out are. And I am using, of course, my favorite program, Trello. So I just thought I'd give you a couple screenshots here of how I'm organizing it, and also how I'm organizing this house and what we are doing with our current stuff and things like that with this house. Just making lists of things that we have to do, people we have to call, what we're moving, what we're giving away, what we're trying to sell, all of that stuff. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and I will show you a kind of a screen of the two different properties and how I'm keeping all of that organized. Okay, so you can see here, this is the property in West Virginia. And I have to do things, to call places, and then references, which are just the property listing and things like that. So, and then I also have a done list. So we only have a couple things on the list that is actually done, but it's good that it's done at least. So in each card I have, like for example, we want to get some insulation put into the barn. So under the barn insulation, I have who I've talked to, what I've done, and then of course notes on that. So again, very handy, this Trello program. So then let me take you into this current house folder and what that looks like. Okay, so here we have the current house. And again, I have a to-call list, a to-do list, what furniture pieces we're thinking about selling, and then what furniture pieces we're going to be donating, and then also what furniture we are going to be moving, along with another completed task list. So again, this program is very handy, very helpful. Highly recommend Trello, and it is free. So not sponsored, I just love the program. If you guys been around here, you know I love the program. And then over this past weekend, we went back down to the property and took a bunch of measurements. I don't know if you can see those floor plans back there, but I am also working on finalizing the floor plans, redrawing some of the things to get more accurate dimensions in and things like that. So let me show you how that's working out.
All right, and here, from here, I'm doing just the studs, right? Like, we might finish it and put something
yeah,
on top of
I
it, but
definitely think so.
we're obviously not building out walls or
No,
any electric. I think we just
'Cause I
run
wanna
outside.
put,
He's got a lot of wires.
I want to put
There's a lot of
insulation
wires
in here.
here. It rips insulated too, which is already good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Okay, so I'll measure from studs out, basically.
Okay.
So give yourself, say 8.5 inches for the door, or to the door.
Then to the door.
Okay. Now, do you want the fact that that sets back a little bit too? Because your door isn't
That what sets back?
the door itself. See, it's inside the barn.
No, I don't think that. What do you mean? Where do you want to measure from? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Yes, from the where I could put a piece of furniture, not behind the door.
Yeah.
Where the metal part starts to this door.
Okay, that's all right. So
Because I'm not going to be able to tuck anything
let
back
me,
in
yeah, why don't you grab this one then for me? And where do you want it here then? Get to the end of the stud here?
No, give me some. Wow.
I mean, you pretty much have that whole space. Well,
Okay, I don't know if you can see all of these scribbles and marked up dimensions and floor plans, along with a bunch of different notes circled, all kinds of fun stuff going on with these floor plans. And so then basically I'm taking and I'm transferring everything, putting it onto a final nice copy of the floor plan, and then my plan is to do a bunch of overlays over this. So I'll do an electrical plan, a plumbing plan, the furniture layout, all of the good stuff to then give to the various different contractors. I've also been working on packing up this space here. Okay, all of this stuff on this work table needs to get packed, and a lot of it is like natural kind of material, like there's a pine cone and some seeds. These little containers here have some dried flowers in them, and then of course I have some plaster, some plaster wrap, and more natural items there, some feathers, and this is some cedar wood shavings, and of course a bin of fabric, and then some random wood pieces. So all of this is stuff I can use with encaustic. So I'm definitely taking it with me, but it's just a matter of now packing it into a box. And hopefully you can hear me over the wind noise. It is howling out there today. Springtime in Northeast Ohio. It's either snowing, raining, or windy out. And today it is very, very windy. And for the most part, I have pretty much out just what I want to leave out for the next probably month or so, to work again on more encaustic sketches and things like that for the new painting series, because I'm also still working on those, obviously. So yeah, so these barn doors are pretty much cleared out. The white cabinets are pretty cleared out. I'm just keeping out just a few encaustic supplies, along with, of course, the paper for these sketches. All right, wax is heated up and the watercolor underpainting is dry. The edges are curled up, but they should flatten out once I start sticking the encaustic medium down over them. So that's the next step. Also, I just have to comment on how cool this little drip tray looks. I don't know why I'm loving this one more than some of the other ones, but the colors in it are they're just so fun, and especially love this, like how you've got the red under here and the green dripped on top, and who knows what it's going to look like when I melt it all down, but I just had to show you guys. Since I'm working with paper, I like to start out using the heat gun and not the torch. That way, safety first and nothing catches on fire. And this particular watercolor paper was a little bit more stubborn in that it didn't really want to flatten down. So I decided to use some painter's tape to stick it down just briefly. The painter's tape doesn't work great once the wax kind of starts absorbing into that paper, because it gets a little waxy on the back side of it as well. But it works nicely just briefly just to stick it down. And then once I get a couple layers of the encaustic clear medium down onto it, I can take that painter's tape off and it really lays pretty flat for the most part. And also, once I get a couple of those layers down on, I can go to the torch, which is, as you guys know, my preferred method or my preferred tool to use with the encaustic. Okay, I've decided that some of this purple area needs to be a bit darker. I have kind of a little bit of a vision in mind, I guess, if you will. And I don't know, this area is just a little too white. I like this area up here more. But since I have wax down on it now, the watercolor will work, but it doesn't work quite as nicely as if you have it without the wax on it. So what I'm going to use, and I don't want to put a layer of encaustic wax down yet, because I don't want to bump this area up higher than the rest of it. And a layer of wax would do that, in theory. So instead, I've gotten out my pan pastels, and I have this kind of purpley color here, and then I have, I believe that's Payne's Gray down here. So I'm going to go over that area with the pan pastels and see if that works. Okay, I think that is better. A little bit darker. It still has some variation in it, but I am liking that a bit more. So we're gonna go with it. So I took and added in some more pastel to get some more oranges, yellows, pinks, all the good stuff, all the colors in this. And now I think it is time to pick out some encaustic paint colors. Almost time to add some encaustic paint in.
Now, because most of you, if you've been here for a little while, have seen me do this process and talk through this painting encaustic process quite a few times in previous videos, I'm again going to just let you sit back, watch the process, and enjoy the music. But if you have any questions, definitely leave them down below in the comments. I'm happy to answer anything and everything about Encaustic, or if you have any questions about the West Virginia move, feel free to also ask those down below there. So sit back and enjoy the music. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, I think this one is done for now. And just wanted to scroll up here and show you the beautiful day outside. I got the window open and I am going to miss this view. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to leave you for this video. I do hope you have enjoyed watching some more of the painting process and some more behind the scenes and sneak peeks of the West Virginia move. If you have enjoyed watching this video, I would really appreciate it if you would take the time to smash that thumbs up button down there. It really does help me out. Also, if you're not subscribed and would consider doing so, that also helps me out tremendously. As always, thanks so very, very much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.